Hey guys, Ezra here and welcome back to another Final Fantasy 7 videos, and I think on this video, this will be a discussion video regarding this comment that was made by Yoshinori Kitase, which is the producer of Final Fantasy 7, because it was revealed in the interview, and this was posted by Shinra Archaeology Department on Twitter. You can see the screenshot here, where he said that as if they would like to see a movie or a series related to Final Fantasy 7. Kitase says that this is his personal wish, but he's seen many Hollywood directors, actors, and creators with a respect for the title, and he's been hearing about creators who are interested in the property. And moving on to the second part of the interview, personally, he would love to see something that comes out of these creators in terms of cinematic or visual piece. He will be excited since there are so many creators who respect the FF7 universe. However, nothing has been planned officially. Now, this is the reason why this video will be a discussion, because in the end here he said that nothing has been planned officially. But if we're going back to the first comment here, it seems that there is so many Hollywood actors, directors, and creators who are love Final Fantasy 7 and they are interested to do something with the property, and this obviously would be an interesting discussion to say the very least, because we might see a live action Final Fantasy 7, if this conversation is going to go forward in the future, and personally I'm not that interested on that direction, because I think Hollywood was never good for adapting the video game adaptation, and I think the most successful video game adaptation that at least came in my mind is actually the Sonic movies and the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which might be the highest grossing video game adaptation. But again, these two doesn't necessarily have like super heavy on plot, like Sonic has plot, but it was some super plot heavy, and the characters just like, it's a fun characters, that's it, they're not exactly a complex character, and yeah, and same thing with the Super Mario Brothers, where I think first of all, there's barely any story in there, and then the character was just kind of like whatever, there is no deep characterization for Mario or Princess Peach, so I think it's kind of easy to adapt those kind of properties, and then try to make some money out of it, because they're just like a fun movies, to be making up based on a really fun game, and that's what you should have done. And obviously we see the Super Mario Bros. Movie and becomes like what it makes a 1.3 billion, which I think not that surprising considering that they are faithful to the games in terms of the gameplay, but in terms of Final Fantasy 7, in my opinion, this game is so heavy on story and characters, and I don't know, man. I don't really trust Hollywood to make another series on Final Fantasy 7, And again, Kitase does said that there is nothing has been planned officially, This is just like just a normal conversation that he has with the Hollywood, people, thank God there is nothing has been planned officially, But this could be, again, this could mean that in the future there might be something along the line in terms of like the Hollywood people, they might make a live action Final Fantasy 7. That is a possibility, even though again it was never confirmed in the first place, and thank God for that, And personally, in my opinion, I don't want a Final Fantasy 7 live action movie or TV series. I don't want that. Why? Because we are fresh with the remake trilogy, like we haven't seen part 3 yet, until 2027, like it's still fresh in our mind, I don't think we need to see another adaptation, and make it, a live action version of it, like I don't want that, I just think it's unnecessary, and I just think that video game adaptation, I feel like it's kind of hard to get it right, especially with the story heavy driven games, that I feel like it's just like there is a lot of like work that needs to be done, and I feel like Hollywood people, I just don't really trust them, I feel like they're gonna find a way to mess it up, the worst like video game curse, in terms of the franchise, I would say, is actually Resident Evil, which I think has a really bad curse, because every single adaptation in that for the movie is absolutely terrible. Like the Paul W.S. Anderson movie, that was fun, but it wasn't faithful to the game. And you got Welcome to Raccoon City, which is just a boring, messy movie that tried to be faithful to the game, but it was just like a bunch of reference to the game, but it just wasn't a good movie. And then you got the Netflix series, which is again nothing like Resident Evil. It's just so weird, so yeah, I don't want Final Fantasy 7 to be like that, that becomes like like a terrible adaptation of the game, and again, if they are making a TV series, then it's gonna be, I imagine, it's gonna be multiple season, where we dive into the characters, and I just think it's just, it doesn't interest me, because I feel like we have the remake trilogy, and I feel like that's enough, that's great, and speaking of, like, if we do want to get like a movie or like a cinematic visual piece, just like Kitase said, then, well, here's my suggestion. Why don't you just make a CGI animated Final Fantasy VII movies? Just like Advent Children. And granted, Advent Children, the movie, it wasn't the greatest movie of all time, but some people like it, I also like the movie, in terms of the animation and the action sequence, and the music, they are great, but the dialogue and the characters in that movie are terrible, this is like the 2000, Final Fantasy VII compilation era, where Nojima's for some reason doesn't know how to write a proper characters, where every single character feels or sound weird, they sounds like a robot, not like a normal human being, unlike in the remake, the remake trilogy, where they do sound like a real characters, they feel like the real people, like their dialogue are actually good, same thing with Ever Crisis, which is also written by Nojima, and it seems like with the first Soldier content, he's able to find a way to portray this character and humanize them even more now. So I don't mind if we get another, maybe like a remake of Advent Children, which again written by Nojima, and he's gonna find a way to fix the dialogue and the storyline of that movie, and try to make it made sense, essentially, and try to be like a natural progression from the main game to the Advent Children storyline, which took place 2 years later, I don't mind that, if they decide to remake Advent Children, or even remake it into a game, I think that would be cool, or just like make another like CGI animated FF7 movies, and it doesn't have to be a remake of Advent Children, it could be anything else, like I don't mind that at all, I think that will be a great move in the future, if Kitase want to see like a cinematic or visual piece, then that's how he should go in the future, just make an animated movie with Nojima at the helm for writing the characters, because Nojima actually now he understand and understand the characters even better now, so I want him to be involved in the future movie if that actually happened, and you see from this interview, again, nothing has been officially confirmed, and that's why I said that this video was gonna be a discussion videos, that if, because here's my question to you guys, do you guys actually want to see a live action version of Final Fantasy VII, like maybe like a TV series, on Netflix maybe, like, do you guys actually want that, because in my opinion, like I said before, I don't think it's necessary, we get the remake trilogy and that's fine, and of course, like, let me know, guys, like, do you guys actually are, if there's gonna be like another like visual cinematic piece for Final Fantasy VII, are you guys like open to see more of, CGI or animated Final Fantasy VII movies, I think that would be, in my opinion, that would be pretty cool, but maybe some people doesn't really want that, maybe you guys just want the Final Fantasy VII stick to the games instead of just making another animated movies, well, let me know your opinions in the comment section below, guys, so yeah, guys, that's it for the videos, like I said before, let me know your opinions in the comment section below, and stay tuned for more videos in the future. Either it's gonna be movie reviews or maybe more FF7 stuff. If there's gonna be a new news on part 3, maybe I'll cover that, who knows, but yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure guys, slash the subscribe and like button, guys, share the videos, usual stuff, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, I guess, this discussion, I hope you find it pretty interesting. I will see you guys in the next one then. Bye.